Welcome, library friends, to our virtual programming at the Chula Vista Public Library. Today's program, I'm going to be hosting Miss Darlene, and we're going to be having our hands getting down and dirty, making some fun herb gardens. This is a teen program, but anybody in the family is willing to participate. You do be a fun adult and kid program, family program. And this one is going to be great because we are going to show you how to create an herb garden. And it's not just an herb garden, but it's going to be a kitchen herb garden. So something that has herbs in it that you can use for cooking. Yeah, I know, teens, you get out there and you cook, right? Well, this is a way to pick out your little herb garden and add these nice little herbs into your recipes. So today we're going to start off with I have two planters here, and the reason I have two planters here is because some of the herbs are going to be they have different needs, just like we have different needs. Our herbs have different needs. You know, we love our herbs. So one group of herbs is more, they like the full sun, and the other group of herbs is more shade. So you don't really want to plant them in the same box. Now, you could plant them in the same box, but don't plant them, just like sit them in the same box, and then you care for them separately by taking them out. But today we're actually going to be planting them in the boxes. So we're going to start with some rocks that we're going to put on the bottom. But you can use any kind of rocks, just as long as they're small. You don't want big, huge, giant rocks in here. You probably want to get dirt that has, that's good for herbs and for planting. And that way you're going to have more successful herbs. The needs are different. Like if you're planting a flower bed as opposed to planting fruit or vegetables or different herbs. So here we go. We're gonna just go ahead and add that in. And this is a nice dirt because it has mulch in it, and it gives a little bit extra fertilizer for growing. All right. So I have picked some nice little herbs to go in here. This one is the peppermint. Ooh, this is my favorite culinary. I love cilantro in everything. You can use cilantro in Mexican dishes. You can use it in Asian dishes. And this just smells amazing. This is the Greek oregano. And here is a sweet mint. And sweet mint is nice for culinary uses, for beverages, for teas. And then our next group is going to be the sweet basil and rosemary and chives. Ooh. So I'm going to put chives aside of the rosemary in the middle. So ideally, when you're putting in you want them to flourish, you want them to be probably about 12 inches apart. Today we're putting like 3. They're probably not going to be able to do a lot of growing, but I mean, you can always move them to another pot if you need to. And then it's how you position them inside your planter. So growing herbs is, not only is it a fun activity, but it also is a nurturing activity. You're going to learn to nurture. You're going to learn to take care of something. You know, a lot of times, you know, we look at, you know, we have our pets at home that we have to take care of. Well, this is your garden, and your garden is expecting for you to take care of it. So you need to nurture your garden. So you need to talk to your garden, and you need to like pet your garden. And the thing is that since we're putting this in a kitchen inside the house, it doesn't get the elements like it would if it was outside. So taking that into consideration, like the wind, your plants like wind. Well, if you don't have any wind inside your house, unless you have a fan in your kitchen, you're not going to get that element of wind. But if you're petting your plants, you give them that little bit of action and you're talking to them, gives it a little bit of a motion in there. I'm gonna add a little bit more water. So now what I'm going to do is kind of like make a little bit of hole for each one of these. And I'm gonna position my tallest. Now when you get your plants, I know my fingers are all dirty, you know, each of them has an identifier. It tells you in there what it is. It's a peppermint plant. On the back, it tells you how, you know, what kind of sun it needs, what kind of shade it needs, you know, what kind of a container you can put it in, how far apart there's for you want them to grow. And so I would leave this inside just so you remembered. Of course, you'll remember by the smell, of course. So we're gonna put the peppermint in first. And what we're gonna do is you're just gonna kind of take it out of the container and you're just gonna make a spot for it in your box. And then you're gonna let it kind of enjoy itself right there. Ooh. So we have our peppermint. We're gonna add in our other peppermint. We're gonna put that one right next to it, which one is a spearmint and one is a sweet mint and the other one is a peppermint. And again, we're just gonna kind of let it come out. Easy peasy, easy peasy. We're gonna put this in. Ooh, let me tell you, if we had smell-o-vision, oh, the mint, you could just smell it. Oh, it just smells so good. I could just imagine having nice iced tea with some mint in it. Oh, that would be so, so yummy. Next, we're gonna add in our Greek oregano. Oh, yes, yes. Greek oregano, you can use it in pasta dishes, you can use it in Mexican dishes and salsa. Oh, and this just smells so, so yummy. All right, here we go with our Greek oregano. Just gonna pat that in, get that all nice in there. And our next one that we're gonna put in is our cilantro. I love the cilantro. Cilantro is my go-to for almost everything. I use it in all kinds of dishes. Better known for salsas, but really you can use it in any dishes, especially Asian dishes. There's a lot of like the Vietnamese, like the spring rolls, they come up with cilantro, and those dishes come up with cilantro flavorings. There we go. Give it a lot of room to work. Ooh, look at that. It's already pretty. Look how pretty that is. So here we go. This is just like, this is our sweet basil, rosemary, and our chives. Oh, the chives. I know some of you don't like onion, but oh my God, they just smell so amazing. So for our great herb gardens that we just created, you might want to get some fertilizer. This is a great fertilizer that I picked up. It's for tomatoes, vegetables, and herbs. Best fertilizer for these are ones that contain seaweed and fish. Surprisingly, those are the greatest fertilizers. But I want to let you know, library, great resources. This is a great book, Down and Dirty, Fun and Funky First-Time Project Activities to get you gardening for your family. But you know, the library has many books that you can come and you can check out on our takeout menus. Go to the chulavisalibrary.com takeout menu if you'd like to get some herb garden books or any kind of gardens or any kind of materials really. Our other resources that we have that are great is Hoopla. Oh, you got to get in and check out Hoopla. Hoopla has movies, they have all kinds of resources that you can download. Hey, it is amazing. And there was movies actually on how to create your own garden. There was books on how to create your garden, and you could download all this stuff to your devices. Hey, we're more about programming. We're about library resources. And all you have to do is check us out on chulavisalibrary.com website or look us up on Facebook or Instagram. Check us out.